Good morning, students. Last day we have discussed about the ICT tools, where we have seen the different ICT tools, that is ICT means information and communication technology, and there we have seen the different tools like mobile, then radio, TV, this all emails, all this internet ICT tools we have discussed. So today we will see in detail about the mobiles. So which one is ICT tool? Now first thing, the basic apps in mobile, all of you know, that is the basic apps are like calendar, clock in Google Chrome, then you can see the mails, okay, then phone, web browser like Google Chrome, then message box, so contacts. So these are the basic apps there in mobiles. Now when you will open the first on the start screen, you can see on the at the top of the screen you can see the battery, where you can see the battery recharging, then connectivity, which connectivity is there in your mobile, then earpiece is there behind that mobile, then microphone is there at the bottom of your mobile, then left side, right side of the mobile, that is volume and start button, start or close button, then home button is there, then back button, next button. Okay, so all these things you can see on the at the start screen. Okay, then you can see menu button. Okay, menu button means where when you will press on that menu button, then you can see the different options available. Okay, then camera, that is the basic apps. So these things you can see here in the first screen at the home screen of your mobile. Now the basic features of mobile device, that is chargeable battery, that you can see at the top of the screen. It will show you the battery is full charged or how many percentage is there. If you have setting, if you have done that percentage setting, then it will show you digital presentation percentage. Then touch screen. Okay, touch screen means you can do any operation through the touch the screen. Now there is a headphone jack is there, okay, at the top of the mobile. Then USB-C port, USB port at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of the mobile you can see USB port by which you can also connect with the your computer, desktop or laptop, and then you can transfer the files from that mobile to computer or laptop, or from there to mobile. Next, camera, I have told you Wi-Fi connection. If you have taken the Wi-Fi connection, then it will also show you Wi-Fi connection. So these are the home screen of the mobile device and the different apps you can see. Now there are different gestures which are used in mobile. First is tap. Tap means what? Tap means touching the screen, that is called tap. So touching the screen with a finger, that is tap. So for example, to open an application, you tap the screen, that app. Okay, touch that app, then it will open. Next is tap and hold, then it will show you the cross button. So to tap and hold, user touches the screen and holds the fingers in position. It opens the available menu options for an element or that particular application, that is tap and hold. Next is drag. Drag means dragging. If you have dragged this any, suppose according to your requirement, you can drag any application from the first screen to second screen or third screen, or anywhere you can set that application. Okay, that is dragging. Hold it with the finger, and wherever you want, you move there and then release your finger. So that is dragging. Next is swipe. Swipe means it is usually used to go to the next screen. okay, or to accept the call or to reject the call. So that is swipe is used. Double tap is for use to zoom, okay, zoom in or zoom out, so increasing the size or decreasing the size of any screen of any application, you can say. Now pinch close or pinch open. Pinch open, pinch close, that is when you are closing your finger, then it will zoom out, and when you will miss in decreasing the size, and if you want to increase the size, okay, then you have to pinch open. So that is pinch open means two fingers you far away from each other, that is pinch open. Okay, pinch open and pinch close, that is used for zoom in, zoom out. Next one is flick. It is quick sweeping on the screen with your finger, that is flick. Next is parts of a computer. So parts of a computer means the basic parts of the computers are like three parts are there. First is input unit, second is CPU, that is central processing unit, and third one is output unit. Input unit by which user can give the instructions. Okay, so input unit is used to accept the data from or instructions from the user. Okay, so that is input unit. So there are many input devices like scanner, keyboard, mouse, microphone. All these are input device by which user can give the instructions or data to the computer system. After that because computer needs to accept data or instructions, so for that it may be in the form of text, that may be in the form of integers means numbers, audio, videos, then graphics. Okay, it may be in any form, and it is made up of a physical device which can detect data, and an accomplished software which can transform the data into a language which user can understand, which machine can understand. Means it input unit, it takes the data from the user and convert it into machine language. Okay, and then this data is given to the processing unit. So next part is CPU, that is central processing unit, which takes the data, accepts the data from the input unit, and after that processing. So the processing has been done here in the CPU. Now CPU has three parts. Okay, first one is ALU, then CU, and then memory unit. ALU means what? Arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit, where all types of calculations and logical functions is completed here in ALU. Logical functions means like decision making, or you can say that any type of comparison like greater than, less than, small, equal. So all this type of comparisons and different calculations has been done here in ALU. Okay, after that next one is CU, control unit. Control unit, it controls all the activities of hardware. Okay, it controls all the that may be internal or external hardware device. It controls all the devices, means internal device, external device, it may be anything, and all operations also. So control unit controls all the things. And one more thing, CPU is the brain of the computer. That is why it is called as brain of the computer, because here the processing has been done and all things are completed here. Next one is memory unit. Memory unit, that is the place where the data is stored. That may be for permanent, that may be for temporary period. If you are saving, then for permanent, and if you are not saving, then just temporary, for temporary period. So that is the memory unit, where the data or instructions is stored, and after processing result also is stored here. before sending to the compute output unit, it is stored in the memory unit. So that is about CPU. After processing, then it goes to the output unit. That means output unit accepts the data, or not data, accepts the result from the processing unit. That is the function of output unit. Okay, then we can see, or we can take the printout. There are different type of output devices like monitor, then printer. All these are output device by which we can get the information. Okay, next is, so these are different input, output, and processing unit. Now there are different parts of the computer, that is two parts main: hardware and software. Hardware means all the peripheral devices of the computer system, what we can physically, we can touch and see, that is called hardware. Okay, all the devices which we can touch and we can see, that is called hardware. And software means, software is a collection of programs. Program is a collection of instruction. So software is it is inside the hardware. Without hardware, software cannot do anything. So for software operation, hardware, we need a hardware. So this hardware and software is a component of each other. Without software, hardware is nothing, and without hardware, software is nothing. Okay, so these two are components of each other. Now software is of different types, mainly two types: system software, application software. System software, like operating system, by which all the operations are controlled and completed. And application software means which is developed for particular specific task, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, or TuxPaint, MS Paint. All the software which are developed for a specific task, that is called application software. Okay, so that's all for today. Next day we will see about the devices, different type of devices. So thank you for today.